Well, hello, John Browning. How is your week going?
It's going great. We're having a good week so far. How about you?
Glad. Hey, really well. We're having great weather here, loving life, and just connecting with people. We put a pool in this year, so that's awesome. And having lots of people come over and swim, and can't complain, man.
The in-ground or the above ground?
I did above ground because of our yard and different things and cost. Inflation hit me. If you didn't hear the last podcast on inflation, go back. Inflation and cost of living really played into that pool decision. But no, we did it above ground, and it's really sweet. I've got young girls at home, and their friends and everything are coming over in church community group. So it's just fun to take a break from work and go lunch break and take a swim and come back. It's pretty refreshing because I've learned from you, John, to build a life, not just a portfolio. So
hey, I like it. That's right.
So we're living life and investing and doing some fun things. So part of that is when we got ready to build the pool and think through it, everything, making sure everything was clear, making sure we had our finances in order, and making sure our mindset was in the right place. And even as we have it, making sure our mindset's right with the pool to go, no, it's not just ours, it's the Lord's, and we want people to use it, having that kind of a mindset. I know you talk about mindset and having a clear mindset as it deals with finances and financial planning and working with your clients. Talk to us a little bit about what you mean with having a clear mindset.
This is kind of an acronym that I heard a long time ago. I wish I remembered where I had heard it because now I use it all the time, probably not giving the proper credit to whoever came up with it first. But it's called the C.L.E.A.R mindset. And the idea is that the C is number one, get clarity.
Clarity.
Clarity on where you are now, where you're going, because you can't hit something if you don't know where it is, you can't see it, and also get clarity around what it's going to take in the planning process, which is all about building that life, right? What it's going to take, which turns to take, what interstate, go on which direction, get clarity on your path or your plan or your roadmap to where you are going. Get clarity. So that's the C in C.L.E.A.R.
Okay.
And the L is understand the length. So understand, once you get the clarity on all those things, how long is it going to take? What is we call it a lot of times the investment horizon.
Okay.
At what point will you take those right turns, those left turns to get to your destination, and then how far away is it, and what happens then, and is it right for you, which is build your life, not somebody else's life or what somebody else thinks is cool and fun, but yours.
Good point.
And then the E is the engineering. You have to build that plan very carefully. When you engineer a building, if you engineer a Corvette, they just came out, by the way, just this past year with the mid-engine Corvette. I'm a car guy.
Oh yeah.
The mid-engine Corvette, beautiful creature, right?
Yeah.
And this is something, don't go out and buy if you don't have the money, but I don't have one, but I'm hoping that, maybe I'll get a used one.
Yeah.
When they go down in price a little bit, they cost like over $100,000, I think. But
those are the ones I've seen. They look like Ferraris coming down the road. I'm like, ooh, that is a sharp.
Lot cheaper though. A lot cheaper than a Ferrari.
Okay.
So if you can call a Corvette a value, it's
Well, yeah.
I might be stretching on that one.
They're only $60,000 according to Google.
Oh, is that it? Okay.
Well, that's probably the stripped down model with with no starter.
That's exactly what that is.
Yeah.
It doesn't come with wheels.
Exactly. Yeah, they do look really cool. I've seen a few on the highways and they do look really cool.
But what are Corvettes designed for? What are they engineered for?
Sport, man, fast,
sporty. What's a Camry designed for?
Yeah, not that. Gas mileage.
Gas mileage, practicality, get you where you're going. I call it the grocery getter. Yes, I have a Camry. So anyway.
Love it. Yeah.
But it's all about the engineering.
So
the C is the clarity, L is the link, the E is the engineering that's right for you, not for somebody else, but for you. Some people want to get there fast, but they're going to take extra risk. They're going to
Right.
pay a lot more for that car, and they're going to stand a bigger chance, I'm going to say, of potentially having a wreck, an accident, in which case it's all gone. That was a big, expensive, crumpled thing there, right?
Yep.
Or you want to design it to just get you there where you want to go, and you're fine, and it's maybe a little bit more comfortable, doesn't get you there quite as fast. That's the idea of engineering and
Okay.
how important that is. So then the A is understand that there will be adversity as you go along. And that's why we always tell people, when you're building that plan to build your life, you plan for detours. Detours happen on most long trips that I've taken. There's been at least one little detour, or one place where there was a big traffic jam or something held you up, and you've got to be okay with that.
Yep. That's
And
right.
actually build and engineer some of those delays or detours into your plan. Understand they're going to happen. And then our very important part of this is your responsibility, and you must take it if you expect to be successful with building your life and building the portfolio that is a tool that actually builds your life.
I love it, man. That's great. That'll, as we used to, as I say all the time, that'll preach. That's good, but that's really good. It helps you understand. Having a clear mindset is about clarity. What is it that you want? And you have a great way when you work with clients to ask them a bunch of questions to figure out what they really want. Right. And walking through this clear mindset probably helps people recenter to go, okay, is this a good decision or not right now based on our plan? And you can walk through this pretty quickly with John. I like it. That's good. I like acronyms and things like that. I think they help us learn.
Help you learn. They help you remember things. And as I'm walking through this one in particular, I always stop. I forgot to mention this. I always stop on the clarity one. I spend a lot of time on that. And sometimes I will get somebody that says, well, I'm not sure about this because so-and-so said, or so-and-so did. And way back when this happened. And I always try and explain to them, don't let a blind person that doesn't know you, proofread your vision.
Ooh, that's good. I've never heard that before.
I've always liked that because, your mother, your father, your brother, your sister, your best friend doesn't really know your vision, know what you clearly want in your building your life. Maybe they like the beach, you like the mountains. This is yours. Don't let a blind person proofread your vision. And that's something that we try, and there is no judgment. We care, but we don't really care what you want, but we will help you get there.
I like it. I love that quote. Never let a blind person proofread your vision. That's a pivotal quote. I love that. I still think we should do a quotable quotes podcast. And you could add that one to it.
All right, we'll do it.
Because it's really good. But beyond that, we're going back, we're talking about a clear mindset. And we talked a couple episodes ago, John, about the noise factor that's out there right now and all the noise that's out there. It's hard to have a clear mindset when you're listening to all the noise.
That's right.
All this coming to you. And we talked about filters that reduce noise. You're a great filter that helps reduce noise to help your clients have a clear mindset about building a life, not just a portfolio. It's fun as we listen to these and we talk. You're listening to the podcast series. They all really tie together. They're very thematic, even though we don't plan it that way.
Not really, no.
But they all weave back and forth, and they touch on things, and that just comes from your vast experience in doing this. I think it's cool because you've got so much knowledge in your noggin, and it's fun just to get it out. And we do that in a way that is really sporadic, but it's fun to see how this tied into the last 2 or 3 episodes we've talked about, and even way back when on some other ones that we've touched on. And that's why it's important for people to listen to your podcast and just go back and re-listen to it.
Yeah, I think if if there's one, my one word, we've talked about that before too. My one word is consistency.
Consistency.
And hopefully, if I'm nothing else, I'm consistent with what I'm telling people and
Yes.
how I try and help people. I want to be consistent, and hopefully that's a reflection of that.
Yeah, it probably is, because you keep coming back over and over to the same types of things. It's about building a relationship with your clients, helping them have a clear mindset to know where they are, where they want to go. How do we help you get there? And helping them build a life, not just a portfolio. And part of that is having a clear mindset. I love it. That'll work. I hope people go back and re-listen to this now, and then go back a few other episodes, because we've talked about some really cool things with inflation and COLE and hearing through the noise and filters, and you just got a lot in your noggin. We need to get it out. So that's part of what we do here.
I'm just old, I think. That comes with experience. Yeah, experience / I'm old.
That's right. Yeah. Well, I'll take it, because you don't act old. So what a deal. All right, my friend, we'll wrap it up for this one. Having a clear mindset. Hope you continue that this week, and we'll talk to you next week.
All right. We'll see you then.